I'm Donna Bush with your CID TV News Brief on this Monday. The Health Services Authority wants the public to know that starting today, January 31st, the flu clinic will be operating from its original location, the former COVID testing clinic space at the Cayman Islands Hospital that's located just left of the accident and emergency area. Now, the relocation will allow the HSA to facilitate the expansion of some other services. You can call the flu hotline at 1-800-534-8600 or 947-3077. Of course, if you're going to the HSA or the hospital, you are required to wear face masks at all of their locations, including their clinics. Now for highlights of the Overseas Territories Minister's visit as it continued into the weekend, the Right Honourable Amanda Milling, Minister for the UK Overseas Territories, arrived in the Cayman Islands last Wednesday. On Friday morning, she met with members of the Cayman Islands Regiment.
We also look at the wider region in terms of supporting other overseas territories and the rest of the Caribbean. So apart from heavy vehicles, everything we get, we try to make it airportable so that we can. There's no point us saying, well, we're all good, but Turks and Caicos is in trouble and it's going to take us 3 weeks to get there on a boat. So with our tentage, with our oxygen, for instance, that oxygen is not a canister, that actually generates its own oxygen from the air. So you can take it empty on a plane and generate it where you go. All of the equipment we get, we make it airportable so that we can take it to another overseas territory. And that's where that's where we're looking to go to for the future.
Minister Milling was given a tour of the regiment facility and a presentation on the work of the new organization. Now, from the regiment base, the minister headed to Government House, where she met young people from various Cayman youth groups and learned how they're working to raise awareness of the impact of climate change on Cayman's low-lying islands and the importance of protecting our biodiversity.
The youth of Cayman are excited to be so environmentally involved, and they want to see a change, and I think that our government now are willing to hear us, and I think that a change is going to come.
Premier the Honourable Wayne Panton, His Excellency the Governor, and Department of Environmental officials were all part of a group who visited Little Cayman with the minister on Saturday. She saw the work of the Department of the Environment to conserve indigenous species, tackle invasive species, and to deal with the impact of stony coral tissue loss disease. The minister also toured the Central Caribbean Marine Institute's field station, where she heard about their coral restoration efforts and programs involving local students.
In fact, in 2021, we had the highest number of local students pass through CCMI that we've ever had. We had 100 scholarships awarded to local students, and almost 500 kids came through throughout the year. So that's been really rewarding for us, because normally we have somewhere between 5 and 6 university groups that will come through in the spring, but with COVID, we completely pivoted to only local schools, and we were actually able to find that there was that demand in the local community. So it was a great win for us, we feel, and for Cayman as well.
Now, the Cayman Islands Marine Institute will be expanding the facility after receiving a grant from the U.S. National Science Foundation. A more technologically advanced molecular lab will be added. Now, this is the minister's first visit to the Overseas Territories since her appointment back on the 15th of September last year. She chose the Cayman Islands for her first visit to the Overseas Territories. On News Brief Tuesday, we will bring you highlights of Minister Milling's visit to Pedro St. James. Taking a look now at our weather forecast, tonight we can expect partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of late night showers. Seas will be rough with wave heights of 4 to 6 feet. Small craft operators should exercise caution over water. Now, tomorrow there's a 40% chance of rainfall. Winds will be easterly at 15 to 20 knots. The outlook is for moderate to fresh winds and rough seas to continue through Wednesday evening as a strong pressure gradient lingers over the Northwest Caribbean. The synopsis shows fresh northeasterly winds and rough seas are expected over our area for the next few days. That's due to a strong pressure gradient over the Northwest Caribbean. As just mentioned, satellite images show a blanket of low-level to mid-level clouds over the Cayman Islands area that are moving towards the southwest. Now remember, you can find the latest on expected local weather conditions online at weather.gov.ky. And this brings us to the end of today's news brief here on CID Television. I'm Donna Bush. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.